So, welcome to. We're not even going to call it an open forum topic of discussion this time.
Yeah.
Like in this episode's fashion, we are specifically singling out certain things. But this one, Captain America: Civil War.
We are going to be discussing Civil
And then
War.
again, spoilers.
We have both seen the movie.
Spoilers.
This will be a spoiler discussion, so you have been warned.
You have been warned.
Back out now if you have not seen the movie. So,
I have a lot of critiques with this.
okay. Well, what did you think of the movie?
I enjoyed it. I overall enjoyed the movie.
Me too. I really liked this movie.
It was definitely one of the. It honestly was one of the better Marvel movies that I've watched.
Yeah, it was.
Like-
It was really good. It was like Avengers 2.75.
That was one of the things. It should not have been called Captain America. It should have just been an Avengers movie.
Captain America's movies, the second one and this one, they always have like more characters.
I ended
in
up
them.
watching that second one, just to kind of prepare myself. And it's like that one got away with being a Captain America movie because it wasn't that many characters.
It only had Black Widow. in it.
Exactly. Whereas this one is like it's got Iron Man, it's got like just a whole fucking.
Better yet, let's say who wasn't in it: Thor and Hulk.
Yeah, that was really the only two people.
And the absence of Nick Fury was kind of strange. Why he wasn't in the movie?
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that. Honestly.
I might look into that. Like, there's got to be a reason why he wasn't in the movie because it's not
he
like
wasn't in it at all.
like Shield fell. Shield's no more.
Oh, because like at the end of Winter Soldier, he did kind of look like he just kind of went away.
He was like, I'm done.
He just kind of almost like looked like he went in hiding and stuff. He put his eye patch down.
Right. It's like,
he was
I'm done with the Avengers initiative.
So like thinking about that now, I'm like, okay, I can kind of understand why he may have not been in. It kind of sucks not seeing
Right.
But oh my god. Okay, so great movie. I'm gonna hate sounding like I'm picking this movie apart though, but let's be honest, everybody. This is pretty much a beat for beat fucking recap of Batman versus fucking Superman. It was almost the same tone of how everything went down, which pisses me off because everybody's like, "Oh, Marvel this, Marvel that." It was the same kind of fucking movie. Because it started off.
I feel stupid. I never saw it.
Honestly, it started off like it was great. Like that's the thing. Don't get me wrong here. I love the movie, but I have to really kind of when I watch a movie, I'm really like. Lately, it's been weird. I really kind of break stuff down, and it started off slow, just like Batman versus Superman. In a way, it did. Like, I mean, you have to really think about it. It did. It started off really slow, building up the tension, stuff like that. Just seeing Captain America and Iron Man, their kind of views build up to this epic showdown.
Mm-hmm.
Like, granted, there was obviously different similarities between the plot lines where, I feel like this movie did do a little bit better carrying all those characters. They did.
The plot carried all the characters.
Which was good. Like that, not to knock Batman versus Superman, but it did kind of carry it a little bit better. But at the same time, it was still kind of like a beat for beat thing where I was kind of calling it being like, okay, this is kind of raising up. And honestly, that villain, I knew he was just fucking with everybody.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
I'm like, yep. Okay, so he's causing these two to fight.
Right. And then his final words when he was in prison, and like, how does it feel? You failed your mission. He's like, but did it though?
Yeah, it didn't. And that's the thing. And then just building up to this fight.
Mm-hmm.
That's all the movie was, really. Like, it was building up to this fight. It was showing all these characters, which did a great job doing.
Yes.
But the big part was it building up to the fight.
Building up to the fight, and then the fight itself. The fight at the airport in the runway was...
Let's talk before the fight at the airport, when they introduced my boy, Tom Holland as Spider-Man. He was nailed it.
Perfect. Thank you, Marvel.
Marvel,
I swear to
you are
God,
fucking gods.
perfect casting again. Like, I can't wait to see Spider-Man Homecoming.
Like, I couldn't believe it. Like when they were just like, like, oh, I got to go pick up mine, and like when I saw Queens, I'm like, yes, and like
Queens,
and then it just does that, and I love how Iron Man saw it on like a YouTube thing and knew right where to like hit the suit, like bring the suit down.
Yeah,
He's like, oh well, come on, Spider Boy, Spider Man, like.
Spider-Man.
But like, oh my God, like he was the best.
He was so like even like, and he's throwing down, man. He is like combating
these
Bucky
big guys. Like yeah,
he just like stops Bucky, and he's like, "Oh, you have a metal arm? That's so cool!"
like, and he's just talking, like, and it's just
he's like so happy to be there.
Like, and I love when he dropped down, like because you saw it in the trailers, where it's just like, "Hey, what's up, guys?" And then he's like, "Captain America, sir." Like, and it's like, really, like, who's this kid,
Right.
And then just my best part, my favorite scene was when Ant-Man got big.
Yes, that was so cool.
Just see Spider-Man's face, he was like, oh shit.
He was like, oh, I did it. Oh, it's so cool.
And then Spider-Man goes, oh shit. And then like and Spider-Man's just climbing him.
Yeah.
And then he gets like right by like the little eye like of the mask, and he's just like, hi.
More on Spider-Man.
Oh,
great outfit.
Yes,
loved the outfit.
I love the costume in that.
So animated. It's like I'm watching the cartoon.
Oh yeah, like just seeing the eyes moving and just all that stuff, and you could tell that it's animated, but at the same time, it felt like it was connected to the world because you could hear the eyes moving a little bit.
Yes,
if you really notice, like when he like squinted, you could hear it.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh yes.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Okay, so let's rewind. So, the plot of this movie is basically what has happened since
pretty much all the
second Avengers and Captain America: Winter Soldier.
Well, and the first one too.
And the first one, they've really culminated everything, and the government is now basically saying that, look, we're so grateful for you guys. We're so grateful for the Avengers, but you have to understand that when you have these battles, innocent people do die, really, and
I'm
society
loving that they're saying like you're bringing that to attention,
Yeah, and like society is split down the middle. There are people who are very grateful for you, but then there are people who are like, there's a lady who walks up to Tony Stark because he's doing a TED talk oh my God,
MUT.
Why can't I think of the school, the tech school in Brooklyn? Oh my God.
I thought it was MUT. No, it's something like that.
You know what school I'm talking
what we're talking about.
So he's doing a TED talk, and he kind of he's reading the prompt, and that's another thing that I'll get to. It says, and now to talk about the foundation, Pepper Potts, and they kind of he gets pissed off, and he's just like, have fun with the money, and walks off stage, and they kind of address in the movie how she just wasn't cast for the movie, so they're like, oh, we have to write her off. So they kind of do a whole like, she's we're taking a break because she's just overwhelmed with the Avengers, and but he walks out into the hallway, and he gets to that elevator, and that lady's like, so Tony Stark, and blah blah blah, and talking to him. And she's like, "You're a murderer."
Yeah,
and
talking
like,
about like,
and
he's
like,
spending this money to be like feel like not guilty and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
and
it brought that attention too. It's
yeah,
like,
he's
no matter
like,
how much money you can spend. Like,
doesn't matter how much money you have. Like, you're a murderer, and I hope you feel guilty for what you did. No amount of money is gonna fix that. And she shows him a picture of her son. Like, this is my son. He was a student, and blah 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 here, and she said, you know where he was on vacation? He was in. Oh my God!
It was the one in the new movie, like in the beginning.
In Avengers 2.
Oh yeah.
Sokovia,
yeah.
He was in Sokovia.
Town.
During your fight, he was murdered.
You dropped an island on him.
You dropped a building on him. He was murdered by the Avengers. So no, I'm not grateful for the Avengers, and that's what really makes Tony Stark on his side of saying, look, we have to sign these papers to the United Nations, which is the Sokovia something. It was like Sokovia. It wasn't initiative, but it was Sokovia.
Treaty.
It was a treaty, basically saying that.
Oh, it was Sokovia, and then that new area. Whatever that one was in, like, beginning of Civil War.
Something, I don't remember.
Yeah.
But it was basically a treaty. They were papers basically saying that the Avengers need to be put in their place. They can't be vigilantes anymore. Yeah. They need to be under the ruling of the U.S. government or
UN government.
The UN government. They need to be controlled by all governments. They need to be told what to do. We can't just have you guys go out and do your own thing because innocent people die when you do. Things have to be regulated. And Tony Stark was like, "You are absolutely right. This is getting out of hand. I am not going to have that kind of blood on my hands anymore. We do need to be put in check." But then Captain America's like, "I don't care. What we're doing is right. I stand for justice. I stand for everything I do. So I'm going to keep doing this. I do not agree with being controlled by the government, being told what to do. We are doing what's right. And if they don't see it that way, then I'm leaving." And that's basically, Tony's talking to these people, and they're like, "You're right. I'm on your side." Cap's talking to his people. "You're right. I'm on your side." So... And then there's the whole thing with the villain where he says those words and it basically awakens Bucky's brain for him to be like a Russian assassin. And you find out that the people that he killed in the beginning of the movie, and he got this blue stuff out of it, and it was serum to make Winter Soldiers. They actually have like 6 or 7 Winter Soldiers, and they're more powerful than Bucky. They're terrifying. You find out that... Bucky killed Tony Stark's parents.
I had a feeling that was them.
He killed Tony Stark's parents, and when the villain shows that video,
he was waiting to drop.
It was so because that's. And he said that was his goal. He wanted them to fight each other. He was just being a dick. Like he wanted the Avengers to crumble from the inside out, and he wanted them to fight each other and be against each other.
He said it would be stupid to go up against them because he's like there was more powerful people that.
Yeah, he's like, look, like what the fuck am I gonna do? Like it's the Avengers. I want them to fight each other, so I'll fight from within.
And then like that's what I'm like, man. Like this is a good villain because it's just like he understands. He's like, okay, I mean they're pretty powerful. Like,
he didn't do much during the movie, but he did. Everything he did was done correctly, and it was done well.
It was very orchestrated, but like the thing is though, building up to that part to where they showed the laptop, I felt like that was more luck that they were all together in one spot though.
Right.
Like I feel like he got lucky at that point.
Right.
Because it's like, how could he have known that Stark was going to show up with Bucky and Cap?
Yeah.
Like. But on the same time, though, it was just like when he shows that video, and it's like you could just see, like, and you're like,
yeah. Well, I mean, crap. Tony showed up,
and I didn't know that Cap knew. Cap knew about it, and that's why I'm like, oh.
That was the moment where I was like, oh my God, Steve Rogers, how could you do that to him? How could you? And it was more or less like I wasn't. He was saying that he was trying to protect him. And stuff, yeah, I was trying to protect you, and like,
when
to protect yourself.
God, when Stark asked that, and I'm just like, oh, he knew, and I'm like,
oh. It was heartbreaking, and it was like when that final fight between them was just so intense, and Cap just jabs that shield into his arc reactor.
Oh, God, I know.
And I'm like, oh my God, he's gonna die. Like he's not gonna die, but I'm like, he's gonna like be in critical condition. That's his life right there. And then Tony was just like, I can't imagine what it's gonna be like, before the final Avengers, how much he's gonna hate him, because he was. What did he say? He was after he got stabbed and Cap pulled it out, he
Didn't
was
he
like,
say you're dead to me or something weird?
no,
like that?
he said, that's not your shield.
Oh yeah, he was like, that's not
my
your shield. That
father's
belongs
shield.
to my father.
That's
you
my
don't deserve
father.
that.
You don't deserve that shield. That's my father's
yeah,
shield.
and I'm like, oh shit.
I was like,
no. Like,
I felt so sorry. I felt so bad for Tony.
because I mean that was the thing too. Like that was such a raw. Like Robert Downey Jr. is a fucking good actor. Let's just say that.
Yeah, and
'Cause,
like
you could just see it in his face. He was just like, he killed my parents.
So
like,
heartbroken.
He killed my mom. Like, and then he just starts going crazy, and it's
Mhm.
like, oh man, like, because I mean, let's be honest. If you were him in that position,
yeah, what would you have
what
done?
would you do?
I would have wanted to kill him.
Yeah, like I mean, because and then you find out that a friend, a colleague
Yeah.
knew about it.
It's like, he's my
the
friend,
entire
Tony.
time, but then he's
So was
protecting
I.
Bucky.
Right. He's like, he's my friend, Tony.
He was like,
I wouldn't do this if he wasn't my friend. He's like, so was I. So was I. But yeah, I just, God, like, they're so divided at this point, and I know a lot of them forgave each other, but Steve and Tony are just, they're
cut.
they're fed up with each other. But the movie, it came to a good close. Oh, duh! I can't believe we didn't even mention this. What'd you think of Black Panther?
He was awesome.
He was fucking awesome.
Like,
I really liked Black Panther.
That's the thing. They know 2 new characters.
Right, they put 2 new characters in this game and made everybody go, "Yep, they're awesome.
Like,
they're great."
Black
Can't wait to see
Panther
the
was
movies.
just like, wow, like it was so fucking good.
Yeah,
He was badass.
he was a badass. Yeah, he held his own with fucking
And that's
claws.
the thing too. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really know who Black Panther was, but I'm interested. I want to
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, okay.
All I knew,
Was it felt like it was gonna be a Batman Marvel character.
right? The only thing I knew about him was I knew he was a king, and I knew he like lived out in the jungle. As far as everything else, I didn't know much about him. And then there's 2 ending credit scene. There was the like a kind of mid credit scene, and that one showed Bucky was like he went back into cryogenic stasis. He went back into cryo, and he was like, "This is best for everybody. I'm too dangerous. There's a chance that I could get woken up again, and I could hurt people. This is just better for everybody." He gets back into cryostasis, and then they kind of pan out, and Steve's with, can't remember his name, but he's with Black Panther, and they zoom out, and they're at Black Panther's fortress, and it's just this fucking like,
oh my god,
panther stone mountain in the jungle. And I watched 2 animated, or I think it was in the second one, they had Black Panther in it. That is going to be their fortress. That's the new Avengers headquarters. Black Panther's place. And then the post-credit scene was just like, yes.
Oh, I know, right?
Yes, Spider-Man.
So fucking.
It was awesome. Am I the only one here who like laughed at the end because they recasted Aunt May?
Yeah.
Like they recasted Aunt May in the same movie. It's pretty funny.
It was. Like,
because it's not his mom. Like,
no.
He said when Tony was there, he said aunt. So I'm like, okay, his parents are gone at this point. They're not going back that far.
They're not gonna do that.
They're not doing Origins. Homecoming is going to take place after this movie.
It has to.
And we know that now because Spider-Man will return.
Yep.
So.
Oh my god.
But all in all, I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was very well done.
I definitely want to see it again, just to kind of
very, very realistic, very gritty, very human.
Yes,
that's what they do with these Captain America movies. They make it very human, realistic situations that have to do with society. So not otherworldly beings.
It was so good. I'm glad my boy Spider-Man is being done right.
Yep.
Like that was literally like, I enjoyed the movie, you know, for the most part, and then when Spider-Man happened, I'm like, okay, best movie. Like, literally, that was my reaction while I was watching it with my friend. Because she looks over, she's like, what? I'm like, this movie sold me now. They introduced Spider-Man pretty willingly, but then at the same time, too, you could tell that it was kind of added in real quick. Because with Black Panther, he was definitely part of the story. Whereas Spider-Man, if you took Spider-Man out, it's still kind of everything would happen.
Yeah.
So you can kind of tell that, it was just like...
Tony, he basically went to go get him because he's just like, God, if we're going to do this, I need, like, somebody else. And I heard about this
and
kid.
And then that's the thing. He did that because he knew that Cap didn't know who he was.
Right.
And it's just like he wouldn't be able to predict because Cap is, obviously a strategic person.
Like, I'm going to need some tricks up my sleeve.
Yeah,
here.
and then it's like, okay, well, let's get this person that Cap doesn't know about. Doesn't know how he's going to react and do stuff. Great fucking idea,
Yeah.
Like, great fucking idea. Then you got Black Panther. It's just like, oh.
So noble. Like noble as far as, like, Steve is, but Black Panther is more so like, I'm going to kill this motherfucker.
Yeah.
he murdered my father.
No.
Which in turn... The guy was using facial scanning recognition, and he was made to look like Bucky, so it wasn't Bucky.
So then he killed the actual guy. Well, he didn't kill him, but
right,
it was still. Oh man!
But yeah,
great movie.
Yeah, it was really, really, really good movie. Obviously, just I can't wait to see the next Marvel movie, which is. I want to say the next Marvel movie. Oh, Doctor Strange in November.
Yes.
Doctor Strange is going to be awesome.
That is going to be
I can't wait to see how they incorporate him in the Marvel Universe.
Yeah. I am too, actually.
That's going to be cool, because, like...
They do that with Spider-Man?
Because really, like, Scarlet Witch has, like, mystical powers, and so does Doctor Strange, so I can see them teaming up and really doing some damage.
Speaking of, since we're still on the topic of Marvel, I did see a post from like the in Iron Man 3 director. They're saying that the Mandarin that was in 3 wasn't actually the Mandarin. The real Mandarin is out there somewhere. That was a fake.
It was a fake.
The Mandarin is alive.
I've heard talks, little birdies saying that there is going to be another Iron Man, which... it's possible.
If there is. Like,
it's possible at this point. Iron Man and Cap are, so it'd be interesting to see Tony in his own movie again, seeing what the hell he's up to at this point.
Yeah.
And God, Captain America, who knows? But yeah, Doctor Strange. Then after that, I think it's gonna be Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, it's Thor Ragnarok, and then after that, it's the
Guardians 2.
Guardians 2.
I think Guardians 2 is supposed to be out next year.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'm just excited to see this fucking Infinity War.
I know. I'm so.
Anyways, I kind of hope that they do what I think they may do, because remember in the second Avengers where Tony had the flashback where he saw everybody dead.
Yeah, they all had their visions.
Because then they, pretty much in the comics, every character died.
Right. Are you talking about the fan theory that part 1 they are going to die?
Yeah.
Everybody's going to die, and then there's a character that they bring in who revives everybody.
Yeah. I have a feeling that's what's going to happen.
I see that happening.
I see that happening too, and I hope they do.
Why would they do 2 parts?
And I hope they do, because that would be the biggest oh shit, ending ever.
It would absolutely destroy people. Everybody would just be like.
And I have a feeling though, because Robert Downey Jr. has said that he does not want to do Iron Man anymore.
No.
That would be the perfect chance to be like, okay, everybody got revived, but somehow Iron Man didn't,
Right.
Yeah. I hope it doesn't come to that. At least Iron Man not coming back, but at the same time, I do kind of see that happening in the first part of Infinity War.
Yeah.
Because Marvel has been kind of sticking true to comic form
Mm-hmm.
in its own way. So
Yeah.
what big way to do, like, just kill everybody off? Like,
Yeah. So, side note, DC news coming out of Suicide Squad. They have announced today that they are going to be doing a solo Harley Quinn movie.
Yeah. I was kind of surprised by that. I'm like,
It's kind of funny how they're saying that now, but like, let me fucking see Suicide.
Yeah,
Like,
let
she's
me see
awesome,
it.
but let me see the movie first and
I-
be like, okay, yeah, she would be great in a solo movie.
it kind of shocked me because I'm like, the only other, like, I expected a spin-off of the Joker. If anything,
Yeah.
if they were going to do a spin-off, I expected it to be the Joker, not Harley Quinn. I found that kind of odd when I saw
Yeah.
that. But I'm like, okay, like, let me see the movie first, though. But I'm like, she seems like she would be pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see the movie.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to see Suicide Squad.
Can't wait to
God.
see it.
It was funny because I'm like, oh, it's coming out end of May, right? That's the next movie I'm seeing. Oh shit, August.
Yeah, no, that don't come out till August.
Damn it.
Oh,
They've shown us like way too much for the fact that movie's come out in August. I'm like, I'm done. Just
I wish that they didn't show Batman.
yeah, they should not have shown Batman.
I wish that would have been a nice little surprise, you know?
Yeah.
And I still don't understand the timeline in this. Is it after Batman vs. Superman? Is
I
it
don't know.
before?
I don't know.
Is it...
I
like,
feel like it's after because I
Part-
feel like
like, I really have no idea.
actually I redact that. I don't know.
Like, I've been trying to think about it, and I really don't know.
Yeah,
I have no idea. I'm stumped on the timeline of this.
they'll address that in the movie. I'm sure.
I'm sure they
the
would.
timeline, but
As if, you know, I just... Are they going to do like Marvel? It's like every movie that comes out after a movie is continuation of a timeline?
Sequel.
Like,
Yeah, so.
I think it may just because, you know, they've been trying to build up this whole Marvel type
Right.
cinematic universe.
Right.
So who knows? Maybe they will.
You know what I can't wait to see?
I still hope that they just kill off Superman.
You know what I can't wait to see in what? Let's see, what it's 2016 right now, maybe like 6 years. I can't wait to see like a Blu-ray collection of Marvel Phase 1, 2, and 3. Just this astonishing.
What phase are we in?
We're in Phase 3 right now
Okay,
because
I
it's
thought so.
after the second Avengers movie.
That's
so we're
true.
in Phase 3 right now. I just can't wait to see like a Blu-ray collection of every single Marvel movie. It's gonna be ridiculous. It's gonna cost like $200. It's gonna come with fucking statues and
Yeah,
shit.
it's definitely gonna cost quite a penny. Like,
It costs a chunk of change. I'm gonna get it.
like, and that's the thing too. Like, I'll give it to Marvel. So, like, you know, there was some movies that were kind of, but for the most part, I loved how they weaved like this whole cinematic universe together.
Just it's great how they tie everything
And
together.
I just wish that every Marvel movie was like that, because I would love to see interactions with Deadpool and Spider-Man.
Please,
Deadpool and like just like popping up like during the
Please.
Avengers, you know, or something like.
please, like what if scenarios? What if Deadpool was just like, oh hi Punisher?
Yeah. Oh my
that
god.
would be ridiculous.
Like, just crossovers like that. Like, because I mean, Marvel does it so well with the properties that they do kind of have the rights to.
Yeah.
Just like, I mean, I can understand the people that like well, I mean, really, it's just Fox now, but like Fox owning these, like, lend it out, you know, like just. I mean, because
Just be
Sony
a
worked a
little-
deal.
Right.
Like, if Sony could work a deal, Fox. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, your X-Men movies are going to be cool, but why can't you have that in the same universe, you know?
Yeah.
Like, have it in the same universe at least. I mean, you'll have your own, like, stories. You don't have to tie it directly to the Avengers or anything, but
Right.
that gives you the possibility of, you know, having some crossover.
Right. You know, as far as Marvel movies tying together and characters being in other movies, I am dying to see the Guardians run into the Avengers. I want that to happen so bad.
I kind of want to rewatch Guardians of the Galaxy because it's been a while.
I own it on Blu-ray actually. I'm just like, can you just imagine like Chris Pratt as Star-Lord side by side with Iron Man or something? Like, it would be so great. It would be amazing. But they would all be like the only guy who would feel like the only character in the Avengers who would feel like he's like welcome or like they're welcome or whatever in their group is Thor, because he's the only otherworldly being. Everybody else is like human as far as that, but like the Guardians are space aliens.
That's true.
So they're from a different galaxy.
Man, I do want. Oh my god, I can't wait for Guardians 2. Like that, when that movie came out, nobody really knew.
Nobody knew who they were.
Because I mean, I sure as hell did, and I'm just like, why should like? Okay, they're really reaching, and then it's like, then you watch and you're like, wow, like this is fucking good.
It was such a fun movie.
Yes, it was fun. Like, even Ant-Man surprised me, though, too.
God damn it. I still haven't seen Ant-Man.
You need to. It was so good. Like, I was so happy when they brought him in. Like, he's just in the back of the van just like, hey, guys, what's up?
It's like, but I do have to mention that not everything we're going to be doing is legal. It's like, God.
He's like, I'm cool with it. I'm pretty much like...
nothing I've never heard before. I mean, story of my life.
He's like, I'm pretty much a thief anyway. Like... But it was so good. Highly recommend to anybody that hasn't seen it. Like I said, I'm not biased when it comes to Marvel and DC, but definitely a good movie. But like I said, honest time, kind of the same formula. Batman versus Superman kind of has to be when you have that many characters and they're bound to fight.
Right.
It's going to have that plot line. So people kind of lay off of Batman versus Superman. It's DC's version of Civil War. Come on. Yeah. So that has been it for Leviathan Games Gamescast. I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, make sure to subscribe below. Have a great one.
See ya.